everyone, welcome back to my yarn loft. In today's cozy crochet tutorial, I'm showing you how to turn the popular sunburst granny square into a stylish vest, a cardigan, or a sweater. If you followed along with my sunburst granny square blanket video, you already know how addictive and fun these colorful squares can be. Now it's time to wear them. This project is perfect for anyone who wants to try granny squares. So make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell button so you don't miss more crochet for self-care and other fun projects. Let's turn your yarn stash into something beautiful and wearable. Once you crochet your first square, including the last row, the one that's connecting the connecting row, you have to measure how wide it is. So for me it's 10 centimeters, or it's about 4 inches. So then you divide your bust circumference to the width of your granny square, and then you're going to find out how many granny squares you need to crochet, including a little bit for the band here that you're gonna add if you want to make it into a vest or a cardigan. This is gonna be just a little bit of overlapping, so it's not a big deal here how much you want to add. But if you want to make it into a sweater just like this, you're gonna know the number of squares you need. So making sure that you have one less square here for the neck opening, like on the back. I have, for this vest, I made 5 granny squares to 4 down. And then I could go as wide as I want for the ribbing at the back. And then for my arm opening here, I used 3 squares back and forth. But if you need more space, you might end up with going with 4, like 2 in the front and 2 at the bottom. So you're gonna have this neck opening a little bit closer to your neck, not like over here. And that's pretty much it, how you go with granny squares. And I did first my long panels, and then I connected them. Then halfway the project, because it was a whip for such a long time, I gained some weight. So here, when I was connecting the sides, I actually added 1 row. That was my connecting row here. My connecting row was not connecting this square to this square immediately, but using an extra row of extended double crochets to connect those sides, to give me an extra width here for the gained weight. And that's how I went about it. And I was about to make a sweater out of it, but with the gaining weight, vest or a cardigan was a better option, and I can still wear with the long sleeves under if I decide, or you can add long sleeves for a cardigan or a sweater. And the ribbing part, I didn't especially for the bottom, I didn't go for front post and back post. I did only front post and a regular double crochet because it was getting too fluffy, like too thick. I tried here on the sleeves and I didn't like it, so I'll remake that part again. Here I'm gonna continue with the tutorial of how to connect them, but it's such a fun little project. If you don't like it at the end, you can always take it apart and make a blanket. That's the beauty of granny squares. And let's get started. So for the band, after 1 row of extended double crochets all around the front, the back, and the other front, I did right over here. I made sure I ended on a stitch here at the border, That's just a extended double crochet. And when you do your chain here, it's gonna be chain 3, and then the next extended double crochet will be a front post. So you go 3 times through the stitch. It just makes that stitch a tiny bit longer. You can do, of course, double crochets, but I just needed a little bit of length, so I'll go with extended double crochets. The next stitch is just a extended double crochet, so that's what we do. And then we have a front post extended double crochet, and that's how all the trims, ribbing, or band, however you call it, will be. So extended double crochet and front post extended double crochet. And I did this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is the last 6th row. So this will be the band. Now I'll be connecting the fronts to the back with that extra row of extended double crochets to give me an extra width. And here I am, I already connected my new color. It's almost the same way we did the connecting of the pieces, but we do it in every stitch in order not to have those gaps here. I go into each and every stitch. So I remove my hook and I insert again through the opposite stitch, then I pull the loop from the previous stitch, and now yarn over, and into the next one I do an extended double crochet, and then again I'll let it go. I'll insert my hook through the other side of my work, and then yarn over and then work through the side that's closer to me to make that stitch. Now let it go again and pull the loop and then crochet the stitch. This way all the stitches, they face each other and they get an equal number of posts. And then I'll do the same thing again. So the whole cardigan is connected the same way like the blanket, or you can connect them any way you want. You can sew them together, you can crochet them together, and that row is optional. You can just close that side as you crochet as you go as well, but I just need an extra width. Our granny square starts with a magic ring. Wrap the tail of your yarn around your middle finger, bring it to the front, crisscrossing your working yarn. Get your hook and go under the tail, grab your working yarn, and chain 3. Now inside the ring, we will do 15 double crochets. Counting the chain as a double crochet, we'll have 16 double crochets in this row, round. So go ahead and keep doing the rest of the double crochets till we meet at the beginning again. Count correctly, including the chain as a stitch, and you should have 16 posts in that round. Go at the top of the chain, not the stitch, just the top of the chain, and do a slip stitch there, and do a slip stitch into the first stitch as well, and you can cut your yarn at this point. In order to secure my magic ring as well and this strand here, I pull my magic ring, and then both of those ends I do a slip knot here just to make sure they stay together, they stay put, and then I hide them into the round here when I do my stitches. And if you hide all your ends while you crochet, you will have barely anything to weave in. So this is what I do, and you can see, you cannot even see the beginning here. I'll just snip those ends and no weaving at this point. So, and then I'll grab my next color, my second blue color here. I'll start with a slip knot and insert your hook through your slip knot here. Now go a stitch or two behind that knot and make sure you keep that knot behind your stitches. Insert your hook through any of the stitches there. Put the tails on your hook and put that tail as well on there. So when you do your first stitch, you trap them already behind and you don't have to weave those ends. And then grab your working yarn and leave it on your hook. Now yarn over and go through the same space and then pull a loop again. You should have 4 loops. We're just going to do a tiny puff stitch here. And then draw a loop through all of them and chain 1. And again, we're going to go into the next stitch, yarn over, draw a loop, keep it on your hook, yarn over, draw a loop, and keep it on your hook. And now yarn over and pull through all of your loops on your hook, and then chain 1. We will end with 16 little puff stitches going all around the previous double crochets. And one more time, keep the tails right there, hidden behind your stitches, and then yarn over, draw a loop, and you have 3 loops now on your hook, yarn over and draw a loop, and now you have 5 loops all together. Draw a loop through all of your loops, and then chain 1. Just the first puff stitch had 4 loops. All of the rest of the puffs will have 5 loops on your hook. And I'll meet you at the end again. The next blue color will start with a slip knot. Insert your hook. And again, hiding that tail behind your stitches. Go into any space between the puff stitches. We'll be working into those spaces. And draw a loop. Tighten your loop on your hook. And do a single crochet here. And chain 1. This will be counted as a double crochet. So here we will have 3 double crochets crocheted together. So it means that we're going to keep them on our hook till the last loop. So yarn over for the second double crochet. Draw a loop through the first 2 loops and then keep that loop on your hook. We are not going to finish that double crochet. And we'll do 1 more double crochet, but only halfway. And now we have 3 loops on our hook. And we'll crochet those together. And then we'll chain 2. Into the next space between the puff stitches, we'll do again 3 double crochets, but only halfway because we'll crochet those together. We have 4 loops. 3 of those loops are from our double crochets and the 4th is from the previous stitch. We'll crochet those together and then we'll chain 2. And then one more time, 3 double crochets halfway, and then crochet those together and chain 2. And we'll have again a total of 16 clusters, and I'll meet you right there again. When you reach your end, go at the top of the first clusters and do a slip stitch, and then chain 1 to secure your stitch. Draw a loop, do a single crochet through those 2 loops, and now you can tighten that stitch and again hold it with the rest of the stitches and the other tail together, and then chain 3. But chain them loosely because these are our corners. So into that same space, we will do 2 extended double crochets, and together with the first chain, we'll have 3 extended double crochets. So draw a loop and crochet through the first loop, then crochet to the next 2 loops, and then crochet to the next 2 loops. And then we'll do it one more time for a cluster of 3. So yarn over one time, draw a loop, crochet through the first loop, crochet through the next 2 loops, crochet through the next 2 loops. So we are going through that stitch 3 times, but with 1 yarn over. And here we'll do 2 chains between the clusters in the corner, and we'll do again 3 extended double crochets again. Okay. The next space between the clusters will get 3 double crochets. The next space will get 3 half double crochets, so yarn over and pull through all of your loops, yarn over and pull through all of your loops, yarn over, draw a loop and pull through all of your loops for 3 half double crochets. The next space will get 3 double crochets, and then we reach a corner again, which will be 3 extended double crochets, chain 2, and 3 more extended double crochets into the same space. And we'll keep repeating that side again 2 more times. We will not finish this side over here. When you reach the last corner, you will do again your first 3 extended double crochets, but those 3 only, and then chain 2 here, and we'll grab our new piece, and that's how we're going to be connecting them to each other, leaving that side open. So here you should have 1, 2, 3 open spaces. So grabbing your new starburst here, we'll start with a yarn over and we'll do our first 3 extended double crochets, and then we'll be connecting it to the next side here. So we will insert our hook into the space between the granny squares, grab our working yarn, slip stitch through our corner, and then we'll keep doing the same stitches here that are opposite. So here we have 3 double crochets, so we'll do here 3 double crochets. I will hide my ends immediately. And then I'll go again between the clusters and I'll grab my working yarn there. Now next stitches are the half double crochets, so into the next space I'll do 3 half double crochets, and then I'll connect it to the other square by going between the granny clusters, and here I have to make 3 double crochets, so I'll make them here. And I'll go again into the space, and here I have to do 3 extended double crochets. Then I'll chain 1 here. I will go into that space and do a slip stitch, and I'll chain 1 again. And into the same space, I will do again extended double crochets, 3 of them. And I will continue for the rest of the sides, whatever I did with the previous square, and I'll just finish again here without going till the end. So I'll finish again with 3 extended double crochets. So here I have 2 rows. I ended up with 3 extended double crochets. I'll chain 1 and I'll go again to that corner here. I'll slip stitch and I'll chain 1, and then into that corner I'll put 3 extended double crochets, and I will continue working just like I did connecting the other sides when I was connecting this side, but I'll just do it here now. And then I'll go through the stitches and I'll do the corresponding stitches to the other side. Because I cut my yarn every time, just like here, I had to connect new yarn. So you're gonna have those ends as well. You hide them immediately and you don't have anything to weave in. I do not like weaving in, so I do it as I go. So here I have 3 half double crochets. Then I'll go and I'll do the double crochets here into the next space. And then here I'm at the corner again, and I'll do 3 extended double crochets here. And then I'll move to the corner for all those 3 pieces. So here are my 3 extended double crochets. So now I have to get all those 3 pieces together with this piece. So actually I have 4 corners here meeting. I'll chain 1 and I'll let my loop go. Then I pick a stitch anywhere, just a stitch from that top 2 pieces. Then I'm leaving that loop under my corner here. Then I'm grabbing just the loop from the bottom, my working loop, through that chain space I have here, and I'm pulling it through all of them, and I got my working yarn coming from the bottom, and then I chain 2 here or chain 1 depending how my stitches are. Did I crochet too loose or did I crochet too tight, so I can reach to that corner here. So you don't want those corners here to bunch too much. So there it is. So we'll do 3 extended double crochets into that space, and we'll continue connecting as we go here to the next piece. That's pretty much it. It's such an easy project to do. It's quite mindless a lot of times. Those squares are done when watching TV, and it just goes really fast. It's really fun. Catch you in the next one.